All India Alcohol-Based Industries Development Association and Basic Chemicals, Pharmaceuticals and Cosmetic Export Promotion Council. Mr. Kadakia is an executive committee member of a number of boards and councils. He is also a member of the board of directors of a number of companies like Ashok Organic Industries Limited, Ashok Alcochem Limited, Hotel Rugby Limited, to name a few. He is also associated with a lot of educational and social organizations, like as the managing trustee of Kusumben Kadakia College of Arts and Commerce, Ankleshwar, Kadakia College of Management and Computer Studies, Ankleshwar, Ashapura Foundation for Development of Backward Area, President, Indo-Brazilian Society from 1998 to 2000. I now request Professor Krishna Bhatt, ma'am, to welcome Mr. Ashok Kadakia, Honorary Consul.
As a part of GCSR project, we are lucky to study such a dynamic and culturally enriched country and to understand various aspects of trade and business that has been grown between India and Luxembourg, or that can be grown or that has shown future prospects. We till date have studied cultural, financial, industrial aspects of Luxembourg, as well as we have gone through detailed research of building relationship with Luxembourg and Gujarat. Okay. Now I call upon the group number 1 to please provide presentation on the cultural dance, painting, etc. of Luxembourg. Thank you. Member would like to show this culturally enriched as well as the serene and beautiful place called Luxembourg. France to the south and Belgium to the west. The most important influence on the nation's culture and tradition is its location between the French and German culture or realms. Those residents speak, read, write in French, German and Luxembourgish as we Hindi, Gujarati and English in Gujarat. The simultaneous use of these three languages derives from the combination of historical, tradition and economic necessities. The nation motto, Mir velat blivi, what may sin, which means we want to remain what we are. This shows that this country is so much proud of its tradition, culture and does not want any influence of other countries on over them. The national anthem consists of the first and the last verses of the song, Ons Hamet, which means our fatherland, which shows that they want to carry on their traditions and they want their traditions to follow within future times as well. The flag has three horizontal strips, red on the top, white and followed by blue on the bottom. The modern independent state is a 19th century creation, but national identity developed when Luxembourg was an independent duchy between 1963 and 1443 CE. Now, rest of the presentation will be provided by Ms. Neha. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning. I would like to concentrate on the cultural aspects of the country. Luxembourg has a rich cultural history, especially in music, painting and photography. Its evolving museums, art galleries, concert halls testify its citizens' growing appreciation for culture. Painting, the painting is an artwork of the famous artist Jean Jacobi. It depicts the game of rugby in the year of 1928. We cannot forget to mention that Jean Jacobi was awarded with 2 Olympic awards for his contribution in the artwork. Although the country's contribution into the art is little known outside its border, we cannot forget to mention the few things about the country. The 2 famous artists, Jean-Baptiste Frises and the Nicolas Bees, who both painted the city of Luxembourg and its outskirts, were the most important and famous artists of the country in the 19th century. While Joseph Couture, with his expressionist landscapes and portraits, became famous for his notable artwork in the first half of the 20th century. The country has its feet in the contemporary art too. One of the most successful contemporary artists is Su Mei, who in 2003 won the Global Golden Lion Award, a prize awarded to the best international participant in the Venice International Exhibition of Contemporary Art. The painting below is an artwork of Nico Klug. It is a loop in the Moselle. Moselle is the valley and the loop is formed by the Saar River, which is a part of Germany. And it is often called Saar Loop. Cultural dance. The dancing procession of Stennars is an annual Roman Catholic dancing procession held at Stennars in eastern Luxembourg. The last traditional dancing procession in Europe. It is held on the Whit Tuesdays, followed by Pentecost Monday. It is a Christian holiday. It honors Saint Willibrord, a patron saint of Luxembourg, who established the Abbey of Stennars. Thank you. I would like to call upon my friend Parul.
Thank you, Neha. Now moving forward, the field of literature and poetry, there is a 2 big personality in the Luxembourg. The name is one Antoine Meyer and the second one is the Edmond de la Fontaine. Now Antoine Meyer was born in the year of 1801 and he was basically mathematician and the poet. Later he adopted the nationality of Belgium. Sometimes he referred as the father of Luxembourgish literature. Now, in the year of 1829, Antoine Meyer published the very first his book, namely Luxemburger Dialect, the local Germanic dialect, and after that he called as a Luxembourgish. How I can miss or forget the second big personality in the field of poetry? The name is Edmond de la Fontaine, who is the 3rd son of Gaspard, and the Gaspard is a person who appointed the governor of Luxembourg in the year of 1841. Basically, Edmond pen name is Dix and he is a national poet of Luxembourg. Now I would add something in literature prize. There is a certain prizes which is given by the government of Luxembourg, namely Service Prize, and the second one is Betty Weber Prize. Service Prize, which has been awarded annually since 1992 to a Luxembourg author for a specific work, and the second one is Betty Weber Prize, which is considered as the National Literacy Prize, which has been awarded once in 3 years for the entire literacy work. Now, in the architecture, the city of Luxembourg is on the UNESCO World Heritage List. The most significant contribution in architecture of Luxembourg is coming from the various churches and castles. A Celtic tribe that prospered in the 1st century of the BC. There is a certain famous places in the Luxembourg. The name is famous church is St. Michael's Church, and the second one is palace. The name is Grand Ducal Palace. Now I would invite to my friend Ronak for further presentation.
Thank you, Parul. Good morning, sir. This is a photo of the Vienne Castle. It is one of the largest fortified castle located in the north of Luxembourg. The castle was built in the Roman style from 11th to 14th century, and it was the castle open to visitors throughout the year from 10 to 4 p.m. and in October and March it's up to 5 p.m. and in summer it's up to 6 p.m. The most significant contribution over the centuries have been the country's castle and churches. Notable examples are Wooden castles.
Luxembourg is 3.4%, which is low, which states that the economy is stable and in a good position. The unemployment rate of Luxembourg is also very low, which is 5.7% as compared to other European countries like Belgium is 7.6%, France is 9.6% and Italy is 8.6%. Now talking about the gross domestic production, which comprises of 85% from the service sector, mainly the banking sector. It has 144 banks which contribute a large portion to the GDP, and other service sector like telecommunication and tourism, and 15% from the industrial sector, which comprises of industries like steel, rubber, chemical and plastic. Luxembourg's country rating is A1, which states that the country's economical position is stable and in a very good shape.
The next point is a state of art. It has an excellent international and national connectivity, ranked third in Global Connectedness Index in 2012. The next last point is a knowledge-based economy and R&D landscape. It has contributed a large amount of money in R&D purposes. It has a good business park, rewarding tax environment and R&D innovation schemes, innovative loans for the young enterprises there. The further continuation will be continued by my friend Nilesh.
Thank you, Swati. Good morning. Now let's observe the economic highlights of the Luxembourg. Wide open economy. The business environment of Luxembourg is very attractive as it is accepting the people all over the world. Thank you. In Luxembourg, there is a 16% populations are foreigners and the 14% population. High potential. In the Luxembourg, there is a 60% populations are foreigners and 14% populations are local. So it is accepting the business people from other.
मार भाई चल ले मारना
Independent and the professors have to take the orientations, but I will do my best to put you as high as possible up in the list as a part of the Luxembourg University. So thank you very much.
It was fantastic. Please accept that. So I have been appointed recently, maybe about 2 months before. So I am like you, getting education for Luxembourg more and more. No doubt, I have visited Luxembourg. I have seen Luxembourg from inside. There is a great opportunity. What you realize it is there, and I requested His Excellency to have a student exchange. Management exchange student in Luxembourg as well as from Bombay from your university. I requested and he has very well accepted. I think shortly we'll be saying the Parul Institute students will be there and their students will be here. This will be one welcome suggestion is there, and let us work together with the ambassadors agreed that I will put up before the ministry, and then once it is approved it will be there. Luxembourg, as you said, is a small but beautiful city. People have not much idea about their scenic view. I am sure in years to come, the Luxembourg will be like Switzerland, like Brazil. Shortly movies will be shoot there. We are making an arrangement for them, for this, the film industry. So then the vast mass of people will see Luxembourg, what is it Luxembourg is there. As he said, Luxembourg has an Indian flavor. Out of 250 restaurants, 10% restaurants are Indian restaurants there. So it is already present there. Our food is already gone there. Now, out of 20, we will create another 25 with Gujarati food. Then they will say it is a Gujarati food is there. This will be there.
Very important role in bridging the gap between the Luxembourg and the Gujarat, because we have a student strength of 700 studying MBA program and we are the largest college of MBA in the state of Gujarat. So our young students can take the Luxembourg and various institutions of Luxembourg near to the industry and trade and commerce of Gujarat. We are very much thankful to you for appreciating excellent presentations made by our students with the guidance of the faculty. I am very sure that we look forward a cultural tie-up and institutional exchange program between Parul group of institutions and Luxembourg. At this moment, I would like to say that Parul group of institutions has the long tradition of having MOUs with various universities of Europe, USA and Asia. We have been having an MOU with University of Applied Sciences for the last 4 years, and we have been having student exchange program, faculty exchange program with University of Applied Sciences, Belfeld, Germany. In fact, this month itself, the faculty members and the students of University of Applied Sciences are visiting our campus. We also have an MOU with BHBW University. We also have an MOU with the Kansas State University. So our management is very much interested to have international exposure for our students and faculty members. Our students have visited Germany number of times and faculty members also visited. So we look forward to have regular tie-up with the University of Luxembourg and have a strong relationship. The other area which I would like to touch upon is the tourism. I think one point that my students didn't make a mention is Gujaratis of all the Indians love most to travel. They are the people who go on international tour. Of the Indians, it is the Gujaratis who travel worldwide every year. So Luxembourg could be a destination. Maybe through Luxembourg they can visit the other parts of Europe. So we can promote tourism of Luxembourg and Europe among the Gujaratis. This is another role that we can play very better role. So again, I thank the faculty guide, Professor Kritika Misri, then Professor Krishna Bhatt, all the faculty members, all the students of Finance and all the students of PAMR being present over here. And I should not forget to mention the leading role played by our managing trustee, Dr. Devanshu Patel, the chairman, Dr. Jayit Shah, and the Dr. Parul Patel, the trustee, Dr. Geetika Madan, who have been a constant source of inspiration for us and constant source of motivation. So in any case, we will be meeting them at 2:30. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dr. Jayit Shah, a towering personality in the area of financial services, chairman of Market Traders Limited. We have Sagar Mehta, Honorable Secretary, Baroda Management Association. Yarge Megati, how do you know that the Director of Olympic Limited? And sir, I am unable to trace you immediately. Khadika sir, Pankaj Khadika ji, I am meeting for the first time, sorry. Pankaj Khadika ji is the Managing Director of Ashok Organics Limited and Director of many institutions and a trustee. It is indeed a privilege to have His Excellency Mr. Gaston Strong and Honorable Council Sri Ashok Khadika ji. He has been a part of Baroda Industrial for many years, a leading company, Ashok Organics Limited. Just joined with us Ms. Geeta Garodia. Welcome her with a round of applause. The president, former president of Federation of Gujarat Industries. Our initiative of Parul is to bridge a gap between the industry and academia. And as we know that Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Akshay Agarwal ji, his vision was to make the management students have an international exposure. And a part of that vision, he initiated us to start with Global Country Study Report. Each college has been assigned Global Country Study Report with a strength of 60 students. Since our institute has got about 450 students, we have been allocated 8 countries. It is indeed a privilege for us to have Luxembourg as one of the studies. Along with me, we have been represented the Parul Institute of Management MBA Department, Sri Ashok Sandeji, and next to him is Dr. Vijay Devedi and Professor Kosha Nair, colleague. So, as part of the study of Luxembourg, our students have put in efforts study the country and make a presentation. And when we requested His Excellency Mr. Gaston Park, he immediately agreed that we are coming to Gujarat on a 3-day tour, and as a part of the tour, I will take the opportunity of interacting with students who have studied the Luxembourg faculty. I thought that it is an opportunity for Barodians. Being Barodian for the last 18 years, I feel it is my responsibility and the duty to see that how we can be able to enrich already cultural city of Gujarat, Samskara Nagari of Gujarat, and we have very illustrious companies like Jyoti, Alembic, IBP, ABS. Right, we have Baroda has been on the landscape of industry for centuries old. I think the Federation of Gujarat Industries is one of the oldest associations of industries. Similarly, Vadodara Chamber of Commerce and Industry has been doing a great job. Every 3 years, I think we conduct an exhibition. Baroda Management Association is one of the premier associations of all India Management Association. We thought that we will invite industry representatives, have interactions with His Excellency Mr. Gaston Park, the Ambassador of Luxembourg, and Mr. Ashok Madakia, the Honorable Consul of Luxembourg. We have Mr. Vikram guiding us now. So I leave the floor now to His Excellency and to all of you to interact and maybe self-introduction and whatever you would like to propose, take it forward. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time and coming over.
Active session with the students, I have to say that the students were much more active than I, because I got a very good view on Luxembourg, Gujarat, and the business opportunities that exist between Luxembourg and Gujarat. I think although Luxembourg is a very small country, you will discover that there are interesting opportunities, and definitely there are opportunities beyond the size of Luxembourg. We are an extremely small country, only 2,600 square kilometers, only 530,000 inhabitants. That would be a smaller part of Baroda. But still, I think we have good assets, and we have good business people that are looking to India and that stand ready to cooperate with Gujarat. The opportunities, I see them mainly in many sectors, but let me just take a few sectors specifically to explain what the possibilities are. And let me start with finance. Finance, of course, is important in Luxembourg. We are an international financial capital. We have a very good reputation, and we are well known for two financial instruments that are interesting for companies from Gujarat. The first would be investment funds, and the second would be GDRs or bonds. Let's start with the investment funds. Luxembourg is a global player in investment funds. We come in second after the United States. While the United States essentially look at the home market, the Luxembourg investment funds, they come cross-border and international. The figures are impressive. The total assets under management in Luxembourg investment funds as of today are 2,615 billion euros. This is twice the assets under management in all Indian banks. Of course, this is not Luxembourg capital. Luxembourg is a place where international capital is collected and then distributed all over the world using the tool of the Luxembourg Investment Fund. According to the figures of SEBI, India gets 20 billion out of this cake of 2,650. And right when I became ambassador to India, it was clear to me that that is not enough. If you take the business needs of India, if you take the investment needs of a state like Gujarat, I mean, we all have to cooperate together to enforce our relationship, to convince Indian companies to be interested in the capital in Luxembourg, and to convince the fund managers to have again and again a closer look at India. This is not foreign direct investment, it's not FDI, it's foreign institutional investment, or as it has been renamed by SEBI recently, foreign portfolio investment. That means that these investment funds, they invest in shares at the Mumbai stock market, most of them, but depending on the feature of the investment fund, if it's venture capital or private equity capital, for example, then they also look, of course, at non-listed companies. So investment funds are important. We have about 89 India-centric funds. So investment funds that invest only in India. If you take the 10 biggest investment funds into India, 6 out of them are Luxembourg, and the 4 biggest are Luxembourg investment funds. Of course, beyond the 89 India-centric funds, Asia funds also have a look at India because they have a 10 to 12% traditional exposure to India. We have not only country funds, we have funds that invest in infrastructure, we have funds that invest in venture capital, we have funds that invest in renewable energies, for example, 20 funds investing in renewable energies, and of course there, India again is an interesting and a promising target. So investment funds from Luxembourg are interesting for India, and we have to collaborate to take the best out of it. Second come the bonds. We have 169 Indian companies listed at the Luxembourg Stock Exchange for the global depository receipts, and among them you will see all, without exception, all major players from India. We have Birla Group, we have Reliance, we have the different Tata groups, we have Larsen & Toubro, we have Wenbexy, we have all the sectors from steel, infrastructure, power, education, energy. We have them all listing their GDRs in Luxembourg. We have about 8-9 companies from Gujarat listing the bonds in Luxembourg, and the closest to this place would probably be Frankfurt International. There must be 15-20 kilometers away, and I had the privilege to meet the owner yesterday, and he said that he's very satisfied with the Luxembourg listings that allow him to find the capital to develop his company. So finance is important. Luxembourg is a place where companies from Gujarat can raise capital, and capital is something important if you want to develop your business. Another opportunity that I wanted to mention is the fact that Gujarati companies can use Luxembourg as a hub for distributing to the European Union. Of course, Luxembourg alone is small, 500,000 inhabitants, would not be a target for a company from Gujarat, definitely not. But in Europe we have an internal market where the Indian company can distribute its services and goods all over the 28 member states of the European Union. Once you are inside the market, you are free to distribute your products and your services without any additional paperwork, without any additional tariffs or barriers, without any additional custom formalities. So what we offer in Luxembourg as an entry door, as a platform for doing business in the European Union and reach out to 540 million consumers, of which 300 million, 400 million would consume at a very high standard. Of course, your companies from Gujarat are free to choose the entry door for doing business in Europe. But the entry doors, in my view, they are very different. Some would be big and complicated. The Luxembourg door is small, and you will find a very supportive government and administration. We have no red tapes in administration. Indian companies are welcome. You can set up your company within 2-3 days. All the directors of the company can be Indian nationals without any limitation and without any discrimination. You can have the statutes of the company written in English. You can use the currency as the accounting unit. You can use the rupee as the accounting unit. So we are very open, welcoming Indian companies settling in Luxembourg and choosing Luxembourg for the purposes of distribution of the goods to the European market. We are a landlocked country, but we have an excellent access to the major Western European ports, from Zeebrugge, from Antwerp, from Rotterdam. It's only a few hours by truck, and Hamburg is not far away either. We are well connected to the European network by air, by road, by train, and even by barge. We are well located in Western Europe. You can reach 60% of the European GDP from Luxembourg within 24 hours, so you can distribute very fast if you want to distribute. We have a very interesting taxation system. We have the lowest tax pressure among all the 28 European countries. We have the lowest value-added tax, which is 15% now, and which will be 17% soon, but we will be the lowest in the European Union. We have low personal income tax or low corporate tax. We have, that is the most important, we have fascinating and interesting deduction mechanisms. So a company that comes to Luxembourg always need a fiscal counselor for optimizing the taxes and for getting the best out of our tax system. Tax-wise, as I said, we are unbeatable in Europe, and if you want to maximize your profit, of course, minimizing taxes is one way to do it, and Luxembourg is definitely the best place if you are interested in coming to my country. A lot of companies register, Indian companies now register intellectual property in Luxembourg. We have Infosys, we have Wipro, and smaller IT companies protecting their IP, because again, tax-wise, we are the most competitive, and you come down to a tax rate of 5.71 at the highest rate, the highest possible rate, and again, it will be by far the lowest in Europe. And if you have your IP registered in Luxembourg, you have it registered in all the 27 other member states of the European Union, you have a European passport. Luxembourg is a very good place for warehouses. That, of course, will be closely linked to setting up a company and distributing using Luxembourg as a platform. We have a system where we do not levy value-added tax at the entry of the goods, but we would levy them only at the exit. That means we have a tax deferral on value-added tax. Of course, your CFO will like it because it will unfreeze capital and it will lead to savings also. Again, for tax planning, Luxembourg is very famous. I always ask Indian companies when they come to Luxembourg to convince their tax counselor to have a meeting with the tax inspector. The tax inspector in my country is clean. He will not ask anything. He will carefully listen to the figures that you will table. He will make a fair estimate of the taxation that is to be expected, and he will stick to that. So you can have a tax planning 2-3 years beyond according to your figures, and we will stick to it. And then again, your CFO will like it because there's nothing like retroactive taxing in the air. There are no tax surprises possible in Luxembourg. So this is all clean, this is all transparent, and it is forthcoming, of course, to the companies that we want to have in Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a prominent hub now for IT. We have one of the, and communication, also we have one of the biggest satellite companies of the world that is operating from Luxembourg. It's SES and they own AsiaSat, and recently they have put geostationary satellite beyond the Indian territory, and they will have a look at the Indian market. It's a global player. Definitely, we are strong in IT. We will find in Luxembourg all global players in e-commerce. We have Amazon, European headquarters in Luxembourg. We have iTunes, headquarters in Luxembourg. We have Microsoft in Luxembourg. We have PayPal in Luxembourg. We have all of the e-commerce companies are in Luxembourg because, again, because of taxes, but also because of the state-of-the-art connectivity. We have the major social gamers now. Social gaming is progressing fast in the United States and in Europe. The major players in social gaming have come to Luxembourg again because of taxes, but also because of state-of-the-art connectivity and low latency. So the extreme fast communication between the major IT hubs in Europe and in the world. You probably use a Luxembourg company every day. You don't know that it is Luxembourg, that is Skype. Skype is a pure Luxembourg company. Of course, we had Estonian technology, we had a Danish and a Swedish guy setting up the business model, and it comes not as a surprise. They choose Luxembourg as a place to set up the company because of the venture capital that was available, because of the state-of-the-art connectivity in IT, and because of the regulatory framework, which is so forthcoming for startups and for IT companies, that was the best what they could do, and they have proven that they have been very successful because Skype is a brand that is used all over the world and has made our life much easier when we want to communicate with our friends beyond India and all over the world. Luxembourg is a very good place for research and development. The government is welcoming R&D activities in Luxembourg. We have again state-of-the-art infrastructure. We have generous government grants for R&D. If you organize your R&D well in Luxembourg, you have access to a 40% non-refundable cash grant if you optimize your R&D in Luxembourg. So it is a good place for doing business, and I think if we, of course, you refer to Luxembourg when we talk about finance, but Luxembourg is also an important industrial hub, and you all know ArcelorMittal, and ArcelorMittal, after all, is the biggest steel company in the world. It is headquartered in Luxembourg. You know ArcelorMittal is the owner of the company, and family is living in London, but the business is done mainly from Luxembourg, and we continue to produce high-quality steel in Luxembourg for the automotive industry mainly. So ArcelorMittal, one global player in Luxembourg. SES, a satellite company, one global player, one more global player in Luxembourg. We have one of the biggest cargo-only companies, air cargo-only companies in the world that is in Luxembourg. We have excellent connections to China. We have 40 flights from China to Luxembourg. The Chinese have chosen Luxembourg as the entry gate to Europe, mainly for IT and high-tech goods, because we have the perfect handling capabilities at the Luxembourg airport for doing that. So I only choose now a few opportunities in Luxembourg and mention a number of specific sectors where I see potential reinforcement of cooperation. You are most welcome in Luxembourg. I'll guide you through the procedures. You will get the support of the Ministry of Economy. And of course, if you need a Schengen visa, business visa, we will be supportive as much as we can, and also for residence permits. I mention this because I wanted a reference to Schengen. Because Schengen is a village in Luxembourg. You all know the Schengen visa, but where does the name Schengen come from? And the member states of the EU, when they signed the agreement to establish a common visa policy, they decided to sign it in Luxembourg for symbolic purposes, exactly on the border between Germany, France and Luxembourg. We have a beautiful river there. And we had a boat, a touristic boat, for signing the agreement, and the agreement was called Schengen Agreement, and the space is called the Schengen space, and of course all over the world people want to have a Schengen visa to travel to the Schengen area. People in Schengen, they are 250, they don't know that they are so famous all over the world. They have a better job to do. They produce a very good white wine and sparkling wine. And we have, of course, with the name of Schengen, we have now an excellent brand. Thank you very much for listening carefully to me. I hope I was able to explain what Luxembourg has to offer to Gujarat. I'm glad that the Chamber of Commerce will come if missions to Luxembourg are possible. You are most welcome. We may combine it with other European destinations. If you travel to Luxembourg individually, you are most welcome for business, but also for tourism. It's a nice place in Western Europe. Thank you very much.
Small exporters, and some of our members do use the Luxembourg, as you said, as a hub for the Europe exports. Really glad to know that there are a lot of funds and GDR's investment in India. And as you know, Gujarat is one of the pioneer for investments. We have every biennial investors meet also. So we'll take your words. Thanks.
My name is J.C. Shukla. Basically, as Dr. Murthy said, we are consultant to government of Germany to help them investment and generating employment near Berlin. Luxembourg is the area where we are operating in biotechnology park for the investment. Same is the case what we are doing in Africa, and I am also on the board of an American company who have very large operations in 3 African countries: Nigeria, Uganda, and Kenya. This may interest you because we have mega construction projects, and we have been raising capital through OPEC, World Bank, Bank of China, and of course we'll be very happy to talk to you because the projects needs billions of dollars. We'll be happy to start the dialogue with you.
Good afternoon and pleasure meeting you. I'm Geeta Goradia, former president of Federation of Gujarat Industries. Also run my own industry, which is we are into consumer care products, we make toothbrushes, and we export to Luxembourg also. So when there was a fair, brushware fair in Luxembourg, we normally have in Freiburg, and that was in Luxembourg. I have one question. Normally the industries who come to Luxembourg, since you said there are so many industries registered on the Luxembourg Stock Exchange, are they all large-scale industries or also there are medium-scale industries?
Up to now, they are all large-scale industries for a number of reasons. Because if you look at the investment funds, if you target the stock, then you end up with a large player at the end of the day automatically. But that does not say that for specific funds, the target can be small and medium-sized companies, private equity funds mainly, and venture capital funds, of course. For the GDRs, the rule in India up to a month ago was that only stock-listed companies had access to GDRs, but RBI changed the rules approximately, I would say, 6 weeks ago, and non-stock-listed companies have access to GDRs. But I have not yet seen the first to come. But the RBI decision is recent. It's rather recent, so we expect movement from India, from the non-stock listed companies interested in listing the bonds in Luxembourg.
The specific question was because number of real estate companies in Gujarat are doing extremely well, and whether they would have.
So we have all industries sectors represented. Essentially, we are not small manufacturers who are starting. So what we would be looking for, maybe for some interactions with industries from Luxembourg, what kind of manufacturing industries or manufacturing base do you like to come to?
Yes, we still have a manufacturing base, of course, but imagine coming from a small country, we are not present in segments. We are strong in steel, and we are very strong in steel technology. If today you go to Bushan or Essar or Sale or Jindal Steel, they will have Luxembourg blast furnace technology. So that is one product that we sell to India, to a very to a niche market of steel producers, and it is state-of-the-art technology, environment friendly and energy friendly blast furnaces. We have a significant number of car component producers in Luxembourg. There is no European car without a Luxembourg component. Some of them are American companies that have settled down in Luxembourg already 40 years ago, like Goodyear and Delphi. They have important research centers in Luxembourg because they get the government support on research, and we have a number of car component companies looking at India and looking for joint ventures. But of course, if you say car components, or if I say car components in India, the first up they look is Chennai, and the second one would be Pune, and then under Madura will come, Gujarat will come later. So these people have been looking at these two cities mainly. And I have to say that for the moment they are hesitant because the FDI climate has not been extremely favorable, and the political situation is now so that everybody is waiting and looking what will India look like in 6 months from now, and they will wait for the first messages of the new government, whoever it will be, and they will have a careful look at the message, and if the message is positive and if the country is opening up to FDI more than in the past, I think then huge new opportunities will be available, and I would then say that for India the sky will be the limit.
The second, if somebody wants to have an industry there, it is necessary to have a local partner.
Last question first. No, it's not necessary to have a local partner. You can set up your company, and all the directors can be Indian. Of course, I believe that is a legal position. But of course, you go to any country in the world, you'll be glad to have a local partner that has a network and that has connections and that can help you in developing the business. And you will find a lot of people in Luxembourg that stand ready to support you. Again, not only for the Luxembourg market, but also for the German, French market, and Belgium and the Netherlands. These people, they have these connections far beyond Luxembourg. Concerning now imports to Luxembourg, don't bring drugs, don't bring weapons. For the rest, you will be in good hands. As I said, it does not matter. It does not matter if it is Luxembourg. If you choose Luxembourg, you go to the European market, and you will find consumers for all the products. But of course, we are highly specialized in importing a number of specific products. For example, high-tech products from China, because we have the state-of-the-art handling capacity to do that. If the iPhones from Apple produced in China come to the European market, Luxembourg is the entry gate. Of course, these are goods where they have to be handled carefully. No big temperature variations. They cannot be below 5 degrees. They cannot be beyond 30 degrees. And and our handling capacity is able to do that. For India, we wanted to have a closer look at pharmaceutical products and healthcare products because, again, we would have state-of-the-art warehouses and handling capabilities. But textile is fine. I mean, look at the market. The Europeans, they will consume a lot of textile, a lot of groceries, and India is well placed. I would not say no to most of the programs, but of course some programs are off limits and nobody wants to have them. But for the rest, we are open, totally open.
Couple of queries. First is, well, we are currently restricted to specialty chemicals, but then whether in Luxembourg you are doing, apart from the trading, warehousing or distribution, any kind of activity which is not for exactly the manufacturing, but whatever which adds the value of the product by assembly or whatever. So,
of course, we have industrial zones and companies that want to do partly manufacturing, packaging, for example, or transformation of the product. That is possibly in Luxembourg. You have to, again, in the case you would come to Luxembourg for this type of operations, we would have a red carpet for you because we are carefully looking at labor. Labor is our first concern, and if we can create jobs, the government will be extremely forthcoming and extremely supportive. But there would be a negative edge to it, of course, and we are a high salary country. We have labor rules are rigid. I would not say rigid, but the salaries are high, and we have our labor rules, and you have to respect them. That, of course, makes us in this area less competitive. But I think this can be compensated by a number of advantages, like taxes. Again and again, taxes will be much lower than any other country. Can be compensated by location, short distribution channels. It can be compensated by high qualified labor. Can be compensated by low employer contributions to pension funds and social security. So I think we would definitely be competitive regarding our neighbors. But if you would look for a low-cost labor market, we are not the place. And to be frank and honest, that I cannot promise.
Organizations or maybe private entrepreneurs or investors from your country who are into such activity of distribution and warehousing. So is looking for some good sources for the products for which you have possession of technologies which can be manufactured here without any obligation of investment from your side.
But of course, I see the car component industry, and they have been the first to look at India. We have a number of companies already. We have a good company in cutting tools down in Kolkata, and still they are doing business, able to export from India to China. We have companies in Chennai. We have one company currently looking at Gujarat, and Mr. Kadakia will be able to say a few more words on that. You have not far from here the huge Guardian glass factory. It is an American factory, but the know-how, the finances is all driven by Luxembourg, because Guardian US has a huge hub in Luxembourg with two manufacturing production units in glass, float glass and automotive industry partners, and they have helped Mr. V.K. Modi to set up the glass factory not far from partnership. So there are examples, and there is an interest, and we have to handle them on a case-by-case basis. Car components, yes, there will be more. There would be more, and 6 months plan. think then everybody will get India and Gujarat. Thank you.
There is a class chemical manufacturing companies based in Luxembourg. They wanted to come to India. Already they were signed 2 or 3 MOU with the government. We would like to set up the factory in India. Progress is going on, their activities are recorded. They have been saying this one. There is another proposal which is under active is to make mobile, solar mobile. Just put a case on that as you know. They are also surveying the market. They are looking for an Indian partner to market. So like there are opportunity coming up slowly gradually.
Biomass.
And after 6 months you will see there are many more coming and there are some inquiries that are very rightly said, you should have, all the associations should have a conference in Luxembourg. Please do not come. Luxembourg is the main base of the people to participate, but you can get 9 countries surrounding within 2 hours to come there. Within 2 hours. So you can imagine what amount of participants. Indian Merchant Chamber, I convinced them by 2016. They are taking conference, India calling conference in Luxembourg. So like that, we start doing it something, go there present. And seeing is believing always, they say. Once you go there, you can start believing. What is it? It's a small market and our surprise and flabbergasted to see that they don't have any raw material, physical, natural resources. Still 85% of the income comes from services.
Because that's the emerging industries in
Yes, we have a strong microfinance branch in Luxembourg. We have a microfinance grant that we try to distribute over the world. But it's a niche sector. I have to refer back to my documents and I will send to everybody that I have on microfinance. I'm not able now to make a lecture on microfinance. But it is well present and there are a lot of opportunities. Beyond that, let me mention another sector where I see Islamic finance. And we offer all the Sharia compliant financial vehicles and tools to people that are interested in Islamic finance. We come in number 6 worldwide in terms of assets under management when we talk Islamic finance, and we are the first non-Islamic country in Islamic finance. Another interesting option, and that would be, we can look at that for India, I would expect in 10-15 years. We are leading up now for the renminbi trade. So we have been beaten London and all major financial centers when it comes to the Chinese currency, one renminbi trade in Europe, when we have the major Chinese banks present in Luxembourg using Luxembourg as a platform for renminbi trade. And I hope that one day we will need a platform for rupee trade, and then I'll go back to India to promote that opportunity too.
His Excellency, Mr. President, Mr. Ambassador, Ashok Bhai. I am Dr. Jayanta H. I am from basically academic profession. He's a retired professor and head of the Department of Finance in the Indian University of Baroda. Today I am engaged in financial activities. I am the chairman of Marketplace Limited. We are in-raising finance and distributing finance. I would not like to ask you a question on the finance. My question is an area of investment in India that is not yet focused, especially to those investors. So if I understand the model of Luxembourg financing, you bring in financial investors from various parts of the world. They assemble in Luxembourg and then they distribute that finance. I know that's what is my understanding of how Luxembourg financial model works. Now this model is not taking care of one of the important area of investment in India. Now the Indian model, you would be definitely including, is not fully equity oriented. For example, we have lots of big educational institutions that are coming in. And at a very rapid pace. For example, this Parul Institute is one of the classic examples of how a substantial investment in this neglected sector of education. 10 years back, we had education means only government organizations. Today things are changing very fast. Similarly, there are other small social sectors. So these areas are a good business proposition. And talking good business proposition, that means there is an equity into it, but it's not labeled as equity. Now this paradigm shift is required to be inculcated into the minds of investors, marketed to them, then India can be a very big market for financial instruments to be invested in these type of activities. It's a good business, I can tell you. Having been in education and finance for a long number of years, I can tell you, we have in Bombay one small kindergarten institution. It's run by Reliance Group of Industry, where children pay 5 lakhs a year as a tuition fee, a kid of 5 years. I studied when the fees were 12 rupees. See the shift. I'm 67, I studied, say, 62 years back. Today things are different. What I'm trying to propose here is that this is one area which is absolutely neglected by the finance world. Maybe the defect lies in the entrepreneurs in this side of the sea.
Thank you very much for your comment. You are right in a certain sense, and myself I try to convince the fund managers to have a different look at India. The fund managers, I always say, they are strange animals. They want to profit. They don't look left, they don't look right. They want to profit. They follow an index, they follow references, they read specific articles on X and Y, and then they make their investment decision. And they lose or they win. And if they lose, they will not be fund manager very long, and if they win, they will keep on the track. You would be surprised that among the 169 companies from India listed at the Luxembourg Stock Exchange, I see minimum 5 education companies. So this message has come through, but it is completely underrated in Luxembourg, despite the fact that we have 5 Indian education institutes listed in Luxembourg. Why? In Western Europe, most of the countries, one country more, the other less, it's state-driven, and the product that they deliver is satisfactory. And the market for the private initiative is much narrower. It will grow in the coming years. And there is also a Euro market for private universities. But the sector is still now well covered by state-driven capital budget in this. And Luxembourg has a small university, and that is only 10 years old. And when we set it up, we decided to focus on a number of faculties where we have added value compared to our neighbors. So it was a win situation for us, having the opportunity to distribute our students all over the world and to bring them back with different experiences. That's the reason we don't have a specific management or medicine education in Luxembourg. The university now is focusing on what we know better, which is finance. law. We have languages, of course, but we have small areas now in biohealth and grow, but then it exclusively would be linked to research.
You have responded to a lot of our queries. A couple of them, I represent a company or a group called Alembic Pharmaceutical, very old group, very old group. We have sizable business in Europe and US for generic medicines. In Luxembourg, do we have a pharmaceutical regulator? How does our DTAA, double taxation treaty with India, what's the status? And third, of course, you talked of R&D. Do you have pharmaceutical R&D operating units in Luxembourg? Okay, we have a subsidiary in Switzerland. We have recently set up a subsidiary in Malta. Out of our studies at that time, we found these two countries to be more encouraging to Indian pharmaceutical companies.
Structure for obvious tax reasons. So having a Luxembourg holding that would hold new companies in Malta, Germany, and different places, at the end of the day is very beneficial. And it can also use as a finance company for listing the bonds. It can be the company that would register the intellectual property, and it could be the company that would be running the R&D activities. We are not very prominent for R&D activities in the pharmaceutical sector. We have now clusters for biohealth, and we are trying to move in this area, the healthcare area, for the private segment. There's private devices that come on the market that help you to know if you are sick or not sick in the morning by just one small test that you can perform at home. This is a huge market coming up right now. And of course, the devices have to be produced and they have to be distributed all over the world, and we try to be in research, and we try to be in distribution. But if you have a research proposal to formulate, I always gladly forward it to the expert at the Ministry of the Economy, and I'm committed to reply and eventually to a proposal that would lead then to further cooperation. As I said, we are forthcoming, and the subsidy schemes are very generous, and 40% non-refundable cash grant is an instrument that has helped us to attract research to Luxembourg. The prominent areas in research now would be with Goodyear, with DuPont from the United States, would of course be the chemical industry, but also materials when it comes to steel, satellite technology, because we are one of the biggest satellite companies in the world. But we are ready to go beyond Germany. There are a number of areas where we have a certain level, and a number of areas where we are striving to come into play with the instrument and the tools that will be available in us. Yes, the regulator. We don't have a regulator like FDA. We would follow the standards of the neighboring country. So, but I clearly understood before that if you want to be the distribution, regulation is essential. So if you are the one that can offer the license, you will be the first to be on the map for distribution. Obviously, I mean, if you are faster in delivery of licenses, but of course, FDA and the Japanese regulators, they have so high standards. After all, they serve as a reference to all of us. And if you have an FDA license, the European license in other cases,
I missed the part of bilateral taxation. We asked about I missed that part. Do you have a bilateral taxation treaty?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I forgot that we have double taxation agreement with India in force since a number of years. It is good, but it's not Mauritius. Unfortunately, I have to say, the good thing of not having a treaty like Mauritius, that means that we are not under pressure for the moment by the income tax department. So we are calm. Our treaty is similar to the Singapore Treaty. So in terms of advantages that it offers to Indian and Luxembourg companies, that would be similar to Singapore. We know that the Mauritius Treaty is a very generous one from India to Mauritius, and I have seen a number of triangular structures between India, Mauritius, and Europe because of the double taxation treaty in a number of areas. So that is an option to take.
Mr. Ashok Tharati, Honorary Consulate, PGK Deputy Director, PIMR. Welcome His Excellency to this campus. And at the same time, we had a very interesting and a very exploratory discussion between the friends of the industry and His Excellency about the various opportunities that can be exploited by both the countries. And as per what he said, there are, that for example, India can look at a lot of investments to be made in Luxembourg. I would at the end again like to thank even my management. Dr. Devanshu Patel is not present here, but I would like to thank him and the entire management for extending the support and always encouraging us to have these kinds of interactions. Because as Mudis also said, that it's very important for people management institutes to have interesting interactions or quality interactions between people from the industry.